Let's not talk about West Side Story.
Hello, we are live and making fun of Dad. I'm eating a cupcake.
When you're a jet, you're
I'm
a
eating
jet.
Cheetos.
Yum.
Nice.
And good news, your alert just went out.
Awesome.
So it didn't go out before?
What?
It didn't go out, but yeah, I just see it now too. There we go.
Awesome.
Doesn't look like we have anybody in yet. We have 2 likes.
It's fine. We can.
Pepper Treeville is also live right now.
All right. Hi, Cool Drummer. Hi, Lady Jamers. Oh, 9 people. Wow, that jumped.
Woo!
Awesome. Well, welcome to today's Sunday Nerd Stream. We're talking about the wonderful Lord of the Rings, and I'm totally not looking up cosplays on my phone. Hi, Pro Manhattan. Hi, Michael Riley. I want to cosplay Lord of the Rings so bad. I think I'd make a very good Hobbit.
Kenzie.
I was going to say do Eowyn.
All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. You can call me a boomer if you want to. Okay, what does cosplay mean? Like when you dress up as a character?
So cosplay is costume cosplay. So you're getting dressed as a certain character. Because I've cosplayed from a lot of different things, mainly anime.
Okay.
I get in costume, and you go to conventions, you can make videos in your cosplays. TikTok is really big on the cosplay stuff. So cosplay kind of started with things like fantasy and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Okay.
And it branched out to you can cosplay from anything.
Okay. So do you like dress up and walk around your house and speak with an accent, or it's just...
No, Dad wouldn't like that. I have accidentally walked out with a beard before, and that was a little weird. What, Dad?
Cosplay is short for costume play.
Yeah, costume play. That's what I said.
So
I said that the first thing I said.
That's what
you put it on, and you put all the pieces together and you make up a costume.
Interesting.
And I have a few videos of my cosplays on my YouTube channel if anybody wants to go check those out. I have a video specifically about my Shota Aizawa cosplay when I ordered that online, when I got it.
What?
My Shota Aizawa cosplay from My Hero Academia.
But you use cosplay, but could you also interchange it with costume? Like you say, I wore a Princess Leia costume. Or
yeah, that works, yeah.
Cosplay sounds like there's more to it than just dressing up.
Well, when you go to a convention, you kind of act in character certain times. I actually, if anybody's ever watched Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke, I made the entire costume of Princess Mononoke. The only things I bought for it were the dress and the wig.
Okay.
Everything else I made with sewing and ribbon and hot glue and a lot of burns on my fingers from the hot glue.
Okay.
But,
wow.
So I made this whole cosplay, and I went to Liberty City Anime Con last year, and I had my Princess Mononoke cosplay, and I was the only person dressed as her. So a lot of people, I lost count of how many people stopped me asking to take a picture of my cosplay and asking to take pictures with me and asking me how I made it and all that kind of stuff. So it makes you feel really confident. I feel most confident when I am cosplaying. It's really fun.
Really? Okay. Cool.
Cosplay has no limits to it. You can do whatever you want. It's fun. All right, I'll stop ranting about it.
So you could do like West Side Story on the jet.
Yeah, I could totally do that.
Okay, what is with Jeff and his West Side Story tangents today?
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Kenzie.
Why don't we just show it?
Come on,
I'm showing it.
Share your screen. Share your screen.
I'm gonna just show it on my phone.
Hey, Stevie Lee. Yes, I'm showing my age. I was just trying to figure out the difference between like a costume and cosplay.
It's the same exact thing. People just call it different things.
I just thought a lot of it going beyond
cosplay is handmade though. Like you'll buy pieces of your costume, but for cosplay, a lot of people will make their own costume because they want
Yeah.
it to be unique. Like
Yeah.
maybe Kinsey will take and put a beaded top where maybe the next person with the same costume maybe did, instead of a plain
Yeah.
sleeve, they did like a
different type of
purple
thing.
cap sleeve with lace or something.
Got
It makes each one unique.
And but it's also very important because there's a lot of what, Dad? I'm
Okay,
trying to say something.
that's fine. Pearl, it's your fault that the whole West Side Story thing came out.
Yeah, this is all because of Pearl. But with cosplay, it's very important that it is very common for cosplayers to make their own cosplays. I've done that myself, but there's no shame in not making your own cosplay. You can buy a full cosplay online, and that is still considered cosplay.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, and it's really cool. But here's the video of Dad's dancing to West Side Story. When you're a jet all the way. And that is why we keep joking about West Side Stories, because that happened while we were watching Pearl's stream when she mentioned West Side Story.
Please tell me that you've put that on your YouTube channel.
Well, it's on it right now, so
Instagram.
Put it on TikTok.
I will never put my father on TikTok.
That's not the worst one.
No, that is definitely not the worst one.
I guess you're just what I needed.
Oh boy.
Crazy little thing called love. That he does that, guys, every day when he exercises.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
When he exercises, he like sings
Yeah.
on the treadmill. I hide in my room because I can't be in the living room when he does it. Pearl, I'll send it to you.
I like it.
That's awesome.
Hey, Kens, did you plug the Ethernet cable into your
No,
computer?
I will do that right now.
Please do that so it doesn't take all the bandwidth.
I'm attempting. 1 second.
If she plugs it straight into the modem, it doesn't tie up the Wi-Fi line.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that all started the other day when I was on a treadmill, and come on, when you get Men at Work, I Come From a Land Down Under.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can't help but sing it, right?
You gotta sing it.
Stevie, okay, let me tell you. I have so many videos of this man doing the weirdest things. I'm going to totally make a Tracy reel because I can't tell, because here's the thing. There are two different versions of Dad. You don't know the other version of him. This is Disney Dad. This is him when he's nerdy, when he's dorky and stuff. Before we had this community, like, he wasn't always Disney Dad. There's a very serious Tracy there that doesn't talk very much and is very, very within. He doesn't like talking, and he's not very social.
I revert to my day job.
He reverts to his day job self, and I don't like that one. So that's why I enjoy this community so much, is because it gets Disney Tracy out there.
Good times.
So I have a lot of all of my funny videos of him are of Disney stuff. I have so many videos of him dancing in Disney. It's insane.
Huh.
It's true.
Yeah, Lena?
Off topic. The Rolling Stones just announced that Joe Diffie, the country star behind Pickup Man and John Deere Green, has passed away.
Aw.
What?
That's awful.
Complications from the crazy.
John Deere. No.
The guy that
Joe
sings
Diffie?
John Deere Green?
Joe Diffie. Yep.
I have no idea who that is.
Is he young? Was he a young guy?
No, he was popular in the 90s.
He what?
He was 61. But yeah, the song Pickup Man and John Deere Green His guide.
You've never heard any of that?
You've never heard John Deere Green?
John
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, guys.
Not my type of music.
Dad is listen. From a guy who's not from the country, that man loves country music.
Do.
He's a big country music person.
Country back in the 90s, like when he was the singer, I used to do the country line dance.
Let's see. Come on.
Okay,
You know who
that
Garth
is one of
Brooks is, right?
Oh yeah, Garth Brooks. Yeah.
His mom,
He knows
his mom still home.
Give me Bee Gees, Roberta Flack, Donna Summer.
Oh boy.
Angela, when this is all over, please take Jeff country line dancing and
No,
please video it for us.
not listen to country music.
Oh come
I
on.
cannot listen to country music.
Well, here's the thing. Today's country, like the 90s country music, and we're totally not anywhere near the
90s
topic.
country music is chef kiss. Current country music, I hate it.
Yes, I was into the 90s, like Trisha Yearwood and like
Which
Garth Brooks,
I have-
Black.
I have a whole playlist of songs that are good country music, are the ones that my parents have showed me and made me listen to.
Way down young,
So,
Chad.
but
yes, Chad.
Exactly the same.
Oh, they're so good.
They are.
But what I'm saying is 90s country music is more akin towards your
Storytelling.
70s Southern rock.
Yeah.
And it's
Like your
very
Leonard
storytelling.
Skinner,
Yes.
Leonard Skinner, more like it's got more heavy guitar. You'd actually, if you like 70s Southern rock, you would like 90s.
Yes. I agree.
And then today's country, it depends. I mean, you get Chris Stapleton. That's country music.
Zach Brown, chicken fried.
I like that.
I like that.
That's country music.
That is good country.
Come on.
I don't know any of these
Cold
names.
beer on a Friday night. Pair of jeans that fit
Just right.
Okay.
Turn the radio up.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
We need a country night of karaoke, honestly.
Yeah.
Country
All right.
music is so good. Okay, we have to actually talk about Lord of the Rings.
Country geek talk. It's all geek stuff,
I'm
right?
not into that.
He's out.
Pro Manhattan said I used to use a fake ID to get into country bar to line dance in the early 80s.
Oh, I used to love to line dance.
Wow. I've never done line dancing.
Oh my gosh. I had the whole getup. I had the cowboy boots, the cutoff jean shorts, the cowboy hat. It was
Hi,
That's something
ATTV.
you didn't know, huh, Jeff?
I wish I did. I was so thin back then too, because I didn't realize.
Because you're not now. Oh, give me a break.
Oh my gosh, I'm so much. I was probably 40 pounds thinner, but it was I was exercising and I didn't even realize it. You know.
I've never done line dancing. Oh, Pearl, that is so accurate. There's so much genre crossover now. Like it's really hard to define songs nowadays by what they actually are, because you have so much. Like you can have indie alt and you can have rock indie and stuff like that. Like there's just so much crossover now. It's really hard to pinpoint what a song is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Old Town Road. Like what is that? That's country.
Old Town Road is like country / hip hop.
Exactly. So that's definitely a crossover.
I bet you can't eat that whole box of Oreos before this is over.
Oh, he
I
will.
bet you I could.
Challenge accepted.
You know what, Tracy? When you first started to open that, I thought it was Oreo ice cream sandwiches. Wouldn't that be a good idea?
That would be good.
Absolutely.
Do they already exist? Like Oreo,
Write it down.
even if they look like an Oreo, it doesn't have to have a hard cookie.
Patent that.
Yeah, they do.
Do they have Oreo ice cream sandwiches?
Yes.
All right, Google it. Let's see.
Angela, when we go down to Florida, you and I and Kinsey will all go country line dancing.
Yes.
Oh, totally.
I can remember the dances. Remember Boot, Scoot, and Boogie?
Heck yeah. Oh, no, Tracy,
All right.
you're not invited.
Time out. I don't see Mackenzie giving up, and I don't see Kenzie giving up any time in Disney parks to go line dancing.
That's a
What
good
if-
point.
What if we're line dancing in the parks?
Well, there you go.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Flash mob. Would that not be so fun to get a whole bunch of Disney YouTuber flash mob line dancing in the middle of one of the
Yes.
parks?
Take us out. Oh
So
my
where did
gosh.
we leave off on Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Where
They
did
were
leave off
just
on that.
we left off. They were just getting ready to leave Rivendell to head out
Oh.
on their quest.
So we only
They
got
were-
halfway through the movie. We
Yeah,
only got
we
through disc
only got
one.
we only got through halfway through the movie, which was why we chose to stop there.
Okay.
Wait, so Ange, you said that your version doesn't have 2 DVDs. That's the theatrical release.
Right. We
Yeah.
just have the short version.
Yeah.
Oh, look what Jeff found.
Ooh.
All of us were
But
very
we-
intrigued by that.
Anyway,
Not
yeah.
sponsored.
So we have the that looks good.
Yeah.
So we have the short version, I guess, which was still a really long
Short?
movie.
There was nothing short about it.
No, I know, but they're saying there's an extended
Ours
version.
is longer.
Yeah, ours is 2 DVDs.
Wow.
You have to switch out DVDs halfway through.
Yeah, see, ours was not like that. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome. I don't know if I said hi to Stevie Lee.
Is it
Hi,
raining?
Pam's fam.
Pam, Jamie,
Russ was in it. I thought Russ,
Russ.
Pearl,
Lee.
ATGB.
We'll let Kenzie do it. Go ahead, Miss Kenzie.
I'm looking at who did I miss? I think I missed a few people. Michael Riley, I said hi, I think. So if I did not say hi to you, just chat again and I will. I'm pretty sure I said hi to everyone, but if I did not, I apologize.
We were on a country line dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's not-
So
Lisa's making eggplant parm with lobster tail appetizers.
That's interesting.
Yum.
Wow.
Appetizers. I should be in Florida.
yes, so should I. So now we have Frodo and the Nine, or Frodo and his group leaving
Fellowship.
There's a
the
total of
Fellowship
9.
of the Ring.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
total of 9. And if you look at it, it balances out the 9 Black Riders.
Yep.
Oh.
So you got 9 Black Riders, which are the 9 kings, the nine men of their rings who became ring wraiths.
Okay.
So they're heading out. They're leaving Rivendell, and I think their first challenge was when they were, or like the first scene after that, or they were all practicing with Boromir. The hobbits
And
were practicing,
And Aragorn.
and then you had Legolas noticing the black birds, and they
The
thought it was a
spies
cloud.
of Star Wars.
The spies of Star Wars. Because they're the spies of Saruman.
And Saruman
was-
was Count Dooku.
Okay.
So he was the spies. And I think we did talk about that, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And then,
I just wanna state something.
Okay.
Gimli and Legolas are my favorite characters in all of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
They are iconic together.
Okay. Who are
Yes,
they?
it-
So I can get them in my head.
The dwarf and the elf.
Okay.
And the elf were always
Okay.
like at each other.
Got it.
I love
Yeah.
they're so funny and they're so iconic together, and especially like when they're in the second movie when they're fighting and they're like when they're counting
23,
how many
24, 25.
Yeah.
Yes.
and at the end of the battle he's like I got 42 and he's like well I got 43 and Legolas is like now I got 43 and he's like he was twitching and he's like he's twitching because he's got my axe in him.
In his nervous system. And,
Like I
Russ-
find him
Russ
hilarious.
Stapleton's comment is awesome. I didn't know they built
No, they
Legos less
Legos.
in LOTR.
That's funny. Hi Noah.
I know.
But I really love Legolas and Gimli, so literally anything they do in any of these movies are my favorite. I just wanted to state that. Let's get back to Fellowship.
okay.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
So the Fellowship are making their way through the mountain pass, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you hear them say there's a foul voice on the ring, on the wind. And that was Saruman on top of Isengard
Trying to kill
chanting,
them.
trying to make the mountains, because he knows
Avalanche.
that what's to happen, to go through the mines of Moria.
Uh-huh.
Which
We all
is-
know what's. So they go through mines of Moria. They come across the Belrog, and I have been doing a lot of research and a lot of looking online, and it's the way they explain it is the Belrog is on the same level of
Gandalf.
Gandalf in the hierarchy of the creator, and then his angelic creations. You know, like Sauron is like an
archangel, and then Belrog and Gandalf and Saruman, those are like their like lower angels. So
Correct.
in their rank of power, they are Belrog and Gandalf the Grey are at the same level.
We lose anybody yet?
What? No.
We
Hi,
lost
Amy.
Angela and
No,
Jeff.
I'm talking about us.
Oh yeah, we lost. Angela just messaged me that they just lost power.
Oh wow.
Really?
Okay. I'll take them out for right now and then add them back on when I see
I
it's
was about to
working
say,
again.
I'm like,
That was crazy. So
they
Amy,
were still.
hello everyone doing a virtual youth meeting. We'll hit like button and leave playing. Thank you so much, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. Okay, be watching. She just messaged me that they're trying to get back online.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the bottom.
Okay.
Oh,
So then,
Orlando Bloom is having a baby with Katy Perry.
Yes, she's
Really?
very, very pregnant. Very, very pregnant.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Like he's having a
then-
baby.
they go through the mines of Moria, and then what's the worst thing that can happen during Tour of the Fellowship? Which
They lose Gandalf.
they lose Gandalf, and that's the guy who pretty much puts the Fellowship together. He's also the core. He's the glue.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all there.
You
They're
know,
all
I
there.
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. To me, Aragorn is the glue because he seems to be able to calm Gandalf when he's kind of spazzing out. He's able to talk to the hobbits, and he treats them as equals and doesn't treat them as if they were a lesser of a person for being a little person. He's
I don't
able.
think.
I think Aragorn is the one that holds that fellowship together. I don't think it's Gandalf.
He's
He
the one
holds-
who takes Gimli and Legolas and says we're going to get Merry and Pippin at the end of the movie. He's the one who says we're gonna go save them.
I will not
But-
leave them to pain of death.
Mm-hmm.
We're going after them.
What I'm saying is if it wasn't for Gandalf, because
They wouldn't be on this quest.
they wouldn't have been on the quest. Once Gandalf leaves the Fellowship starts to crack.
Yeah.
Right? He's the
And-
glue.
I think it was cracking before then, because Boromir was already being seduced by the ring.
Boromir was seduced from the very beginning.
He was being seduced in Rivendell, and I think the only reason that he originally went on the quest was even if it was subconsciously, and we don't read about this in the books at all. It's just my perception of it. Is that the whole time he's calculating a way to get that ring?
Yeah, I mean, his father tells him, "Go get that ring for us."
Yep. Yeah, and Lady James agrees. Aragorn has always been the real leader of the group.
He might have been.
It was Gandalf who was the one who was like.
I personally think it's Gandalf who is the Gandalf. It would to me is the glue, the courage and the will to do the right thing, is Aragorn.
But here's the question: if Gandalf's part in the whole quest ended at Rivendell, the ring, everything that happens would still have. It would have still all happened. Gandalf was not the reason that everything happened. Gandalf, we lose him for half of Fellowship of the Ring and half of the Two Towers, and they actually end up making more progress without him than they do with him, because all he tells Aragorn, Kenzie, they should be back.
Okay.
All Aragorn gets told, and I think is look for me at the light on the first light on the third day. Look to the east. Okay, what are you doing? That's all you tell me, and we're just supposed to go. Okay, great, we'll see you then. And Aragorn's off here. They're trying not to die, and Gandalf's just like, "Oh, I'm leaving," but no, Gandalf could be completely out of the whole series, and it would still end up being the same.
So I have a lighter, I apologize. So sorry, I just whipped that out. So
You okay?
Gandalf leaves.
We lost power.
You guys good now?
We're
Our
back.
power went out.
It just went bloop, and then
Was it just the house or was it?
Yeah, was it the
neighborhood?
street?
the whole area?
It's been windy here all day.
So we'll lose power for like a second, and everything shuts down, and then it comes right back up.
That's weird.
It is
Yeah.
weird. It happens all the time here. So we're talking about the wizard guy, right? We're talking about Dumbledore.
Well, we were-
Gandalf.
We were talking
Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf the Grey. So
He needs to be in the movie, right?
Who?
I think so. You don't think so, Lena? You think it would be the same without him?
Russ says, I agree with Lena that Aragorn is the leader of the group, but Gandalf is the spiritual leader of the group. He has the power and the knowledge, but they learn they don't need it to succeed.
yeah.
Okay.
So they go off. Gandalf is gone, and Boromir is still being seduced by the ring, but he's been seduced from the very beginning because of his father. His father, you learn in the second movie, told him, "You have to go and bring the ring back for us to use so we can become victorious."
In the second movie, hold on, Ken's, that you don't get in the non-extended edition, you don't get to see Denthemir or Dentheball until the third movie. So
wait,
that's
what?
added.
Their father
Boromir
isn't in it?
The father isn't in the movies until you get to the third movie on the theater reverse on the theater.
In
okay.
In the extended
version,
version, you get him earlier.
We learned that Boromir's father told him, "Get the ring," and
at all costs.
At all costs, and because Boromir's brother originally wanted to go, because we learned that Boromir's father favored him over his brother.
Faramir.
Yes.
Which
Faramir was.
Put that in there.
Huh?
What?
We're gonna put that in the movie.
They didn't.
Well, they had to cut that from the second movie for pacing wise, because if you would have added that into the second movie, it would have slowed the pacing down a little bit. Because
I feel like that's very important.
It might be important, and this is the same thing. When we were watching the Two Towers today, there's a scene in the between the Shield Maiden of Rohan and Aragorn, where she's showing that she can wield the saber.
She knows how to fight.
She knows how to fight, and she knows how to use it. But in the long run, that pacing and the problem is some of the stuff had to be taken out because it was already how long of a movie? 3 point something.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost
if you were to do it, if you would have went, believe me, almost every movie that's out there, especially some of these in these genres, the uncut director's versions probably could be anywhere between 4 to 5 hours. You agree?
Easily. They could.
Yeah.
So
Lord of the Rings, an uncut version, could easily be 5 to 7 hours
per movie.
Movie. Jeff's over here going, "There's no way."
And here, listen, I would be 100% willing to watch that movie because I think uncut. I want to watch the movie the way the director intended.
Yes, agreed.
Personally, not the way that the editors wanted.
I'd like to see it how Tolkien can you imagine if Tolkien and not his son, because from what I understand, his son was like on set for the stuff to kind of help keep it as close to the book as it possibly could. Can you imagine if Tolkien had been on set for those movies to be made?
Well, we wouldn't have the elves in the battle in the second movie.
Right. Here's a fun fact that Tracy probably knows. How many of between all the hobbits and Gimli and Legolas, Aragorn, Boromir, how many of them actually had live weapons?
How many what?
How many of them actually had live weapons on set?
Like actual weapons, not fake.
Yes. How many
Aragorn.
and who?
Aragon.
Okay, who else?
I'm not
I'd
sure. of
assume.
anybody.
Actually,
I don't-
it was only one, and it was only Aragorn. They all
Yeah.
had to take swordsmanship classes, and
Yeah.
and Aragorn was the only one who passed them well enough to be able to have a live weapon on set. So when he is fighting, he
He's
is actually
actually
fighting
fighting.
with a live weapon. Everyone else's weapons are
Fake.
fake, or they're metal, but they're not sharp.
Okay, what kind of weapon does Angela have? And
Why does she have
Why?
a sword?
It's a Nerf sword.
ah,
I
is
love
that so
that.
you can get Jeff? Is that so Jeff can continue painting?
You know what? One of the little neighbor girls broke my glasses with one of these one time.
Yeah.
What?
These are hard. Like,
Oh
I mean,
my god.
All right.
That's violent.
like
Super violent.
They're foam,
well,
but they're
I went out and I was like whacking all the kids because they were. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I just do that.
Well, it's
Jeff,
because
Jeff, you were
That's
showing
not something
yourself.
you admit to.
Jeff,
I went
I could-
outside and I hit all the neighbor kids with a weapon.
She hit me in the glasses and she broke my glasses.
they fell off. Yeah. So Zach, and I don't know if I should be saying this on stream because he would probably kill me, but he goes outside and he pretends this is a lightsaber, and he
Oh,
goes
that's cool.
outside and he just goes. I mean, he. One of these days I'll have to have him do it for you.
He's
That's
17 now, 16, 17.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
nothing
you
wrong
don't
with
tell. You
There's
don't
nothing
tell
wrong
on
with
your
that.
kids doing that. You don't embarrass
I
them.
have no
Bye,
shame
Noah.
with that.
He tries to like do it really quick.
Hi, Noah.
Oh, I think we just lost him again.
Yeah.
Think so. The same thing happens in Kansas. It's horrible.
Well,
So,
it's Kansas.
yeah.
I mean, what else is there to do in Kansas?
He just texted me, lost power again.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll take them out again. So,
Um,
but yeah, I love all of the little
the
details
extras.
in the back, and I like the behind the scenes details. The fact that the actor who played Aragorn bought that horse that he used, and the fact that
Lego.
he broke his toe kicking that helmet in the second movie. Like, I love those little facts.
Orlando Bloom broke his ribs.
Yeah.
The part where he grabs under the horse and swings up around, he
That's
actually
computer
broke.
generated.
No,
Yeah.
he actually did it. He broke his ribs
No.
doing it. Yes.
No.
Yes.
That in the second movie, if you listen to the director's commentary, it's totally computer generated.
Because he talked about it in an interview that he broke his ribs trying that stunt, and maybe that's why
He
it
might
ended
have
up being.
tried
That's
it.
why they had to do it, probably, is because he
It's-
broke his rib.
You can see it. You could see it on the camera, and the director's commentary absolutely said it's computer generated because you cannot physically.
what
Probably why
You can
why they
physically
had to
do that.
computer generate it is because he broke his rib.
Probably why.
So I like these little details in the back that talking about the fact that this person did this and behind the scenes, like the fact that he broke his toe or the fact that he Orlando Bloom broke a rib, and I mean
Kenzie, look at Russ's comment.
I have some of the prop weapons from Return of the King. While they are safe weapons, they are still very dangerous. I also was living there during the filming and helped work on the mines. That's cool.
Russ, why are
Minas
you not
Tirith.
in Sunday Nerd Chat with us about Lord of the Rings?
So, Stevie, no, we don't have thunderstorms right now, but it's been raining all day. I think
Has it been? I
Pam,
haven't been outside in a week, so I wouldn't
Angela-
know.
You're
Angela
getting a
and
little
Jeff.
pale there, girl.
Angela and Jeff had some bad thunderstorms yesterday, from what I understand, and we're probably getting what they had yesterday. It takes probably between Lena's weather and our weather. It takes about 2 days. If you were getting rain like 2 or 3 days ago, we're getting it today.
We're not supposed to get rain until 10 o'clock tonight. But obviously that's not true because it's raining right now.
Check underneath, Ken's.
Okay.
Russ,
Hello.
So we should all go like this.
Okay, so Zach's going to show you something real quick.
This is
Okay.
horrible.
Come on, right here, Zach. Hurry up. Then
Come
we'll
on, you don't have to. Come on.
watch.
You put it-
What do you
Zach,
Let us do it.
Zach.
Zach, hit it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you do the Obi Annie spin?
Basically, my God,
Dad, if you're gonna do that, you gotta do Carlton.
Woohoo!
There we go.
Hey, Russ, people can check your Instagram.
That is the
Uh,
definition of iconic right there.
uh,
We can never get him to do that, and it's rare for us to get it on camera. So, guess who's gonna be going back to this video every time someone wants to see it?
All right.
Yeah.
You should.
Hi, Todd.
I think you can actually take and edit a live video. Jeff, tell me if I'm wrong, because I think Resort TV 1 does it all the time. You should pull out the part and copy the part of your dad doing the Carlton and make it as a part of your Tracy clips.
Oh, totally. I am definitely gonna do that.
It's not unusual to be.
to be loved.
So this is unrelated to the movie at the topic of what we were talking about, but it has to do with cosplay stuff. I want to try and find a cosplay of any of the characters. Honestly, I feel like I could somehow put something together for the underneath, but if I was to buy anything, I'd probably end up buying one of those like good replica cloaks that they have. Like that would be really cool because they look like, whoa, Tracy did the yes, Dad did the Carlton. You have to rewind and then record it and then send it to the entire family, because the only time we ever get him to do it is at family meetings, family parties. But I wanna try and find like a decent replica cape with the elven leaf thing, whatever that's called, I forget. I feel like that would be really cool.
The traveling cloak from.
Whatever that's called, I forget. Hi, Russ.
Hey, Russ.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, nerd?
Welcome to the Nerd Talk.
I even have my Lord of the Rings shirt on right now.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't have any Lord of the Rings merchandise. I need to get some at some point.
All right, hold on. First
Okay.
thing, Russ, do you have earphones?
I do have earbuds.
Yeah, I'm getting it set up. Sorry, hang on.
That's fine.
Yeah, make sure if you have it open to shut that off too, because I've done that before where I have it like running in the background.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta get and grab some.
But yeah,
Actually, okay, Kenzie, McCall's has a pattern on Etsy for Lord of the it says it's Game of Thrones costumes, but I bet it could be manipulated into Lord of the Rings.
okay.
So, Russ, make sure you go on the YouTube channel itself. Make sure you silence that and keep your StreamYards open live.
He can't hear you yet, Trace.
Yeah. Repeat that, Dad.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Make sure you go on your YouTube and mute that, or turn the speaker off on that, and keep your StreamYards sound on. That way you don't get the echo.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think is
Mike,
it good now?
Yep.
Yes, you're good.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What is up, Mike Wheeler? Welcome to the chat.
Well, hey, Mike Wheeler.
Hello, Mike
Wait.
Wheeler.
Did we miss? Russ said he had some prop weapons from Return of the King.
I do. They are in storage, though. I can't really go get them and show you guys right now.
You should get them at some point and then post them because that would be
Yeah,
cool.
I'll get them down
No
sometime.
kidding.
I think they're in the attic somewhere.
We'll sit here and drool.
So were you
Show and tell.
were you living in New Zealand about the time that these were being filmed?
Yeah, during Return of the King. So, and
Really?
I had several friends who worked at Weta at the time, and so I was able to go down and play.
That's
But
so cool.
I've always been into doing like movie type stuff and doing. I mean, I went to school for prop and set design and things like that, and doing stage type stuff. So that was right up my alley. So yeah,
That's cool. So we're at this point in the movie. I think what we really want to do is get to the end of this movie before we get to the hours up. And when they get to Galadriel's elven city, the elves are singing a tribute to Gandalf because Gandalf fell, and then you could see where Gimli is first. He's actually like, I'm not into this because Galadriel has that special power. She can read inside people's minds, and that's why you hear a lot of the stuff behind where she's not actually speaking, but you can hear it in the mind. And then that's where we actually get the ruination of. You're not frozen again, are you?
No, who is that? Is that Liv Tyler or is that?
No, Galadriel
No.
is played by Kate Blanchett. If
Yeah.
you notice when
the blonde.
Yes.
when you're looking at the eyes of Lady Galadriel, you'll notice that it's not just a straight up white light. It's mostly speckles. They actually came up with a special lighting system for her eyes because if you noticed, if you're watching them, when they light up a scene, you don't want to have like pinpoint eyes. They try to, so they did like a special lighting so that her eyes wouldn't have like one big white light or whatever.
Got it. Okay.
So they have speckled. When Frodo goes down to the little looking pool,
Yes.
and he looks into it, and that's where you see the ruination of, or what's it called? It's
Shire.
part of the book,
Shire.
right? The Shire.
Yeah, the Shire.
is being Hobbiton, and the Shire was all like being industrial. All the hobbits were forced to work in labor camps, and he was seeing this. In the book, that actually happens.
Really?
In
Yeah.
the last part of Return of the King, that actually happens, and it takes the hobbits who went on this journey to turn and pretty much take back the Hobbiton and the Shire back from Sauron and the wild men of the West.
Okay.
Or the hill, whatever. And that's when Galadriel was offered the ring, and she was, and when people don't realize is that when Galadriel, she's offered the ring, and then she says what she has to say, and she gets all like demonic.
This dark energy around her and
Right.
she says basically, if I were to take the ring, everything that would happen with Sauron would still happen, but you would have a queen rather than a king.
Oh.
So she's so powerful. She said like she has the ability to do everything that Sauron would do. So when she says all that, when she has that moment and she passes the test, she refuses it. She refuses the ring, and she's able to willingly do it, and that proves that she's passed this test. So, yeah.
We all right?
I feel like our house is gonna blow down.
Is that
Oh,
windy,
dear.
huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had
Looks
some
like,
pretty bad wind this morning.
Looks like Stevie's getting that rain you guys had yesterday, Jeff.
Just now?
I think so.
Wow.
Not sure.
Okay, so why are the elves? Are the elves in the forest are different from the elves in Rivendell?
Different sect.
Different set.
They're
Okay.
woodland. They're all still elves. They're just a different sect of elves.
So she has the same amount of power as Eldaron, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
She has all that power because she was a ring bearer.
Who are the other two ring bearers? Elf ring bearers.
Well, one was given to Gandalf.
One was given to Gandalf, and the other one is you've only seen him in the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie. At the end of the movies, I thought it was. I originally thought it was Eldron, but it's not. It's actually the three holders is Galadriel, her husband, which is right there next to her in the town, in their place, and no, not her husband. He's a shipbuilder, and he's probably from a different sect altogether. It's the same thing. We know there's 5 wizards in Middle Earth. We only know 3. There's 2 blue wizards that have no bearing on the story at all.
Really? So there's more that we don't actually see. Okay.
You've got Gandalf the Grey, Saruman the White, and what's his name, the Brown, which is my favorite wizard, and I love him.
Now when does he show up?
He's in The Hobbit.
He's in The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
I actually beat up Dad today because I told him I wanted to watch The Hobbit, and he was like, ew. So I had to beat him up.
What do you have, Leah?
What? Oh, she's talking. So I love The Hobbit personally. I understand that there are people who do not like The Hobbit. I like The Hobbit. I enjoy it.
Oh, she's got that chicken? No, that's not. Oh, it is chicken.
It is chicken. Oh, it turned out so good.
So before they leave, Galadriel gives everybody a gift. She gives them the traveling cloak with the Lothlorien. That's the name of her town, Lothlorien.
Yeah,
she gives them the. They give them the traveling cloak, the daggers for the 2 hobbits. They give.
Sam gets the rope.
Sam gets the rope. The light. Frodo gets the light, and then
the
blades for
of light.
So they all get a gift, and right away you don't realize how important those gifts are until you get later in the movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Gimli's was weird.
Gimli asked for 3 hairs of Lady Galadriel's
No,
head.
he asks for 1 hair, and she gives him 3.
Who's Gimli?
Gimli's the dwarf.
The dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf.
Gimli has a crush on her.
I think I
Gimli flirts with everybody.
They didn't ask that in the movie.
Yes.
They
No,
say
it's
it.
That's in the extended edition.
He says it later that
we
he
don't
does that.
Extended edition.
It's in the extended.
We have the Cliff version.
I have the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, that's honestly how it feels looking at there's nothing wrong with the theatrical release because not everybody wants to sit and watch a 5-hour movie. But I just like the little details.
But then again, so now once they leave the elves, they start traveling down the river. It really picks up the pace as far as from there to the end of the movie. I mean, what really happens other than Boromir tries to get the ring again.
Boromir dies.
Boromir dies.
One of the saddest and most word I'm not going to say on my channel, but starts with a bad and ends with an S. But that scene where he keeps getting hit by arrows and he keeps. You think he's gonna go down, but then he doesn't because he wants to protect Merry and Pippin, but he's not. He doesn't. He can't, and Merry and Pippin are taken, and Boromir dies.
He gets hit with the arrows, and he gets up and he says, "It's just a flesh wound."
Wrong movie.
I'm not quite dead yet.
I'm not quite dead. It's just a flesh wound.
I don't need to ask
We've
Mom.
now ventured into Monty Python.
Oh my gosh, guys, Monty Python, 10 out of 10. Monty Python and the Holy Grail on Broadway, the musical, also 10 out of 10. I love that musical.
Really?
Um,
I've never seen it.
So good.
You've never seen The Holy Grail or Mighty Python?
I've seen Monty Python. I've actually seen that, but I don't remember. It was probably 30 years ago. But
So
yeah.
good. Iconic.
But I do remember like those things, like it's just a flesh wound and run away, run away.
Let me tell you a story. When I was in ninth grade, in my global class, we were talking about that period of time, and my teacher says to my very large class of students, says, "Now, have any of you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?" And my lone hand, because I was the only one who had ever seen it. So
That's
she
funny.
showed the scene with the knight, it's just a flesh wound, and I'm dying of laughter in the back of the room, and everybody else is like,
I don't get why it's so funny. And it's like, you watch it again,
I'm
you'll
like,
get it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I have my father's humor. That's why. Because I have the same exact sense of humor as he does. Mom doesn't like those movies. Mom doesn't find them funny. But we do.
Sam doesn't find it funny either.
They're hilarious. Sam.
Oh.
So
Boromir dies. Frodo takes off.
Boromir was trying to get the ring.
And he realized
once he fell, he realized that whole whatever was taking hold of him kind of breaks, and then he realizes. Then he starts apologizing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do what I did.
He realized
the ring.
All of a sudden, the ring realized it wasn't going to go with Boromir, and it let go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so Boromir
get the ring.
Is that
what?
His dad wanted him to get the ring.
Yes, that is
right. But the ring, but the ring knows. The ring has a will of its own, and the ring knows what is the quickest way to get back to its master. Go through Boromir. Boromir would take it to his father Denthemir, who then would use it and would be taken over by the orcs and brought back to his master.
I hate him. I hate Denthemir.
So was that his dad, the one that was like Jack Nicholson? In the
one who was on fire? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The one who fell off the cliff?
Did you call him Jack Nicholson?
Yes, I did.
That makes me very sad.
Face like from The Shining. He was like,
Tracy, you have no idea how painful it is to watch these movies with her. No idea.
See, Mom doesn't like watching the movies with us is because we quote the movie the whole time.
Right.
And like we talk along with it, especially him because he knows it by heart. But like the two of us will like quote it.
Denthemir, the guy who plays Denthemir in the third movie, is also from. He did the Fox TV show with the kid from. It's Rush.
I know what you're talking about, Tracy, but I can't think of it either.
The Simpsons.
No, it was a live action. It had to dealt with. He was a little bit insane, and like the biggest change. Leonard Nimoy was on it.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it either.
Yeah, but
I can't think of it either.
Living Color?
No, come on.
It's a sci-fi.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fire is bad.
So the what you see in the second movie is that Denthemir he doesn't like Faramir. He only cares about Boromir. That's his favorite son. And so he says to Boromir, he says, you need to go to Rivendell, you need to join this fellowship, and you need to talk about, like, you need to get the ring, and you need to bring the ring back.
They didn't realize that there's going to be a fellowship.
No, yeah, I understand my mistake there. He says the almighty ring, the ring to rule them all, is here. And so you, like, go get the ring, bring it back so we can use it. And that's Boromir's whole plan from the very beginning, is to get that ring. That's why he's
fringe, Tracy.
Huh?
Fringe.
Yes. Fringe. I was just
So-
about to find it.
See, I think that's an important part of the movie they left out.
Yeah, I think it's very important. I don't understand why they wouldn't put that in the theatrical release because it kind of gives a little backstory as to why
It
Boromir
does.
is so corrupt. Why he, from
Right.
the very beginning, once they are in Rivendell and they see that ring, Boromir is immediately, he stands up and he's like, let's use
He's
this ring.
fixed on it.
Yeah. And so I
don't
always
think it
said
was that necessary. That's why he put out the extended editions. I don't think it needed to be in the theater version. In the theater version, it works fine. It's great.
Yeah.
That's why he puts out the extended edition. It's just like, hey, listen, if you really want to know about the whole thing, read the dang book. I did say dang. Read the dang book.
Listen, I don't care about swearing on my channel. It's fine.
Yes, you do.
I care a little bit. I don't care as much as others, but I care a little bit. I still want to be considered a part of the family-friendly stuff, but I'm not gonna have a meltdown if anything happens. I'll be fine. But so when it comes to like with Boromir, like that is a personally, I think that scene is very important. That
I do too.
with them talking, and then Faramir, then there's a scene where Boromir says to his father, Faramir loves you, like he loves you, father, and he's like, I don't care. I only care about you, Boromir, because you are worthy. You are a warrior, and he doesn't give, because Faramir has messed up in the past. He doesn't give him a chance to redeem himself.
Okay. All right. So that all makes sense.
He doesn't see him as a king.
No.
The way
Okay.
he would want.
And that's the. Hi, Amy. Hi,
Amy. Hi, Griswold family vacay.
Hello, everyone.
But so what? The end of that movie. What's really important to realize is that Gollum is still following them. Gollum's been picked up there since the Mines of Moria. He's been following them. That you get a very quick glimpse of that. You also get Samwise Gamgee, who then takes his oath to Gandalf very serious. Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee. Willing to drown. Don't leave him, Samwise. Don't you let him out of your sight. Again, he takes that to the point, and that's why Sam went with Frodo, because he took that oath very seriously.
Frodo would not. I think it's very well known that no one thinks that Frodo would have been able to make it if it hadn't been for Sam.
No.
Agreed.
Because Sam, in some of his most, he carried him, and in some of his most corrupt moments, there's that part in the second. I keep moving to the second movie, and I'm very sorry about that. But there's the part where Frodo is in front of the Nazgul, and he is about to give in, and Sam is like, "What are you doing?" And he stops him. So those scenes, those are very important, and the fact that and Frodo even says it, he's like, he wouldn't have made it if it hadn't been for Sam.
Yep. I agree.
So I mean, realistically, at the end of the movie, we've got, Aragorn picks up the gauntlet from, or the forearm shield from Boromir, pretty much with the tree of the white tree pattern on it.
What
you have?
So once Boromir is dead, Aragorn takes his arm band, his arm,
the forearm,
armoring.
the leather protections that Boromir wore on his forearms.
He basically is signifying that he will fight, and he will become king, basically saying he will attempt to not to become king, but he's saying he's going to be honorable.
He's honoring Boromir at the end, because if you noticed in most of the movie, Boromir wears a forearm leather shielding, right? Okay. It's got a tree print, the
White Tree of Gondor.
No, Gondor.
The White Tree of Gondor, right? Yeah. So there, when he sends him over the waterfalls, he's strapping on the forearm guards. So he took something from Boromir to signify that he's still going to be part of the Fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
Sam and Frodo, they're now moved on to their part of the journey, and
on their own.
And then the
And they
other
have no
three
clue where they're
say
going.
the other three say we can't leave the two other hobbits to the damnation of Saruman, so they start going their way.
Yes.
So it's a pretty cool idea of which way they went with this, and I think we're at 5:00. We're wrapping up that movie.
Yep.
So this isn't how the book went.
Yes.
Somewhat of the same way, yes.
It's not
Kind of.
100% accurate.
Mhm.
Right. There's definitely between the second movie and the second book, completely different on some
Yeah.
aspect because
In
in the
that
second
battle, well, the only
Right,
reason I know this is
Timothy?
because Dad says this to me, like when we were watching it. That battle that they have at Helm's Deep, the elves were never there in the book.
no.
They were not a part of that battle. It
Mhm.
was just it had nothing. They weren't there. So
Mhm.
that being added,
Hi,
not
Abby.
everybody's a huge fan of that, but it happened.
Okay.
I liked
But
them being
then-
there.
In book
I do
2,
too.
Shelob's lair. In the book, Shelob in the book The Two Towers, Shelob, and that whole thing happens in Two Towers. They moved that all the way into the third movie because
Because
it
of
makes more
pacing.
sense in the third movie. So
Hi, Timothy
Yep.
Rainwaters. Welcome.
In-
We're
in the
we're about
second-
to wrap up right now. So
in the second book, reading the book, Frodo never meets Faramir
No.
in the books.
He
In
never.
the books, he never meets Faramir in the books.
Frodo? Who is Formir?
Nope.
The one that
Boromir is Boromir's brother.
he was going to shoot. Remember, he was going to shoot Gollum in the second movie with the arrow. They were
Yeah.
gonna shoot, and Frodo said no. Let me go down and talk to him, and then they captured.
Oh, okay.
and then that
So-
makes Gollum believe that Frodo betrayed him.
Oh, okay.
Which
Right.
causes
And
a
that's
lot of-
why, and later on you'll see was able to revert back to being Smeagol, but after that happens and Smeagol views that as a betrayal, he
Gollum
reverts
returns.
back into Gollum again.
My
So we'll get.
Shit.
I think next week we definitely have a big talk between Gollum and Smeagol.
Yes, definitely.
And that can be a whole chat on its own too.
Right.
Yeah. So next week, whose channel is it on next week? Does Our Dream?
Yep.
Or is
Okay.
it Lena? It's us? Okay.
No, it's Does Our Dream. So we'll
Unless you-
probably talk about
again.
Are we going to pick up at the second one then? Okay.
the beginning of the second one. We'll do that. I'm
Unless
sorry
you-
I kept going into that one.
No, that's
Unless-
fine.
Unless you
fine.
want to unless I want to host one.
You want to host
Do
one?
you?
Do you?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'll host next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Coming
I'm
on
gonna put-
unless Josh brings the show and tell.
Yes.
So
Russ
yeah,
must
next
bring
week
show
will
and
be
tell
on
next
Dad's.
week. And cookies.
So,
All right.
He must have provided
Uh,
cookies.
so what if we have any? Do we have any mods in the chat? If we do have a mod in my chat, in the chat, if you want to just drop my channel out.
I'm on it.
All right. Is there anywhere I can watch this so I have a better understanding?
Precious. My precious.
Second and third are apparently on Netflix. I don't know why Fellowship isn't. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Which
I don't know.
version?
Lady Jamer says that second and third are on Netflix.
Good old distribution laws and all that junk.
Yes.
Well, I could tell you one. The app that I use to stream movies, you're not supposed
Yeah, you're
But-
not really supposed to.
to. If you know
We do
how
not
to find
promote
this,
pirating of movies on
Not at all.
this channel.
no, not at all, not at all.
There you go. And there's Tracy's channel link.
All right, yeah, go check him out.
So-
We're gonna end right now. Thank you
Well,
for
wait.
joining us, Ross.
Yes.
Did
Well,
we
thanks for having me.
answer Griswold Family Vacay, a place to
What's that?
watch the movies?
Netflix. Well,
Netflix?
Griswold Family Vacation. Go to Netflix and search the Lord of the Rings, and you want the Two Towers movie because that will be next week. At least half of the movie will be next week. The movies are
Yeah.
long enough that we do have to break them up into two
Parts.
chats.
But they didn't say in the first one. Would they be okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. You could probably find it on Amazon if you want to have the DVDs. Welcome in Magic of the Mouse. We're heading.
And if you still have cable, they usually are showing them at some
Yeah.
point.
Right. I wonder if you could get the gist of the first movie just from like Googling it and just kind of getting filled in, and then just
you can go on YouTube and there's a lot of Cliff Note stuff for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for joining us for Nerd Talk today, talking about Lord of the Rings. We will see you next
hold
week
on.
Oh dear.
One minute. All right.
Yeah, I was with you, and we happen to have the DVDs, and I watched them, so I'm trying to get up to speed.
You guys are
looks-
doing great. You guys are honestly doing fantastic.
It looks like Lord of the Rings is on Amazon Prime. You can rent it for $3.99, or you could buy it in high def for $7.99. That looks like the only way you could actually watch it, because usually on Amazon Prime they'll tell you more ways to watch it. It's not popping up on any other streamer.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Please keep in mind you're going to have to set around 3.5 hours aside.
Yeah.
So they are long.
Well,
All right.
what
Very
else do you
long.
have to do right now, really?
True.
All right.
I still have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we do too.
All right.
Hello,
Thank you
Magic.
guys. Thank you guys so much for joining
What's
us.
coming up on everybody's channels?
Yeah.
So next week, my channel, I'm going to host my first
Yep.
Nerd Talk.
Woo!
And,
Go, Dad. Lena?
and
Oh, Dad, do you have anything else going on?
Oreos. Oreos.
Oh, your Thursday stream.
Any dancing, singing?
so on
He's been
on
doing Thursday streams on his
Thursday,
channel
4
from
o'clock,
4 to 5.
4 to 5, trying to do something. Thank goodness my daughter was still home, Kenzie, and she bailed me out.
So I was able to help him with his stream because it's not as fun when you're by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Sling
Lena, what do you
TV,
got coming
you
up?
might be able to get it. Tonight, in about an hour, little less than, will be Scrap Room Sunday. We'll just be chatting tonight. And then just kind of be watching, make sure your notifications are on for all the channels. Make sure that the bell is solid, not outlined, because if it's not solid, you are not going to receive all the notifications. And I know that I have been going live a little bit more being home. So you never know when a live stream is going to pop up.
Yeah. Us?
All right.
Does that agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's you guys.
So what do we have? We have a cooking video coming up this week, right, Lena? On the 2nd?
Yes, on Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
On Thursday.
I do too.
Cooking video. And then we have
Give it a second already.
Dreaming with the Mouse on Thursday also.
The
What?
3rd. You know what comes out the 3rd?
Oh, Onward. Onward comes out.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, so excited. This is going to be a good week.
I got to
excited
see it
for
in
that
the
movie.
theater before it all closed down. It is very
Oh.
good.
And that's
I'm so
Me too.
excited.
I'm really excited.
and Onward is the Onward is
It's the movie
straight
coming
up.
out.
It's all nerd.
Yeah, it's nerd
Yeah.
stuff.
It's all
So-
fantasy stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty nerdy.
Okay, awesome.
Dungeons and Dragons and
Dirty.
that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
it's dirty.
Nerdy.
Okay. Nerdy.
Okay.
What about you, Russ? Do you have anything coming up?
I've just kind of been hanging out with everybody, and I had a game stream yesterday that was fun, and so I might be doing that every now and again, and then I'm gonna kind of slowly start putting more videos out again. It's been a little weird lately,
Mhm.
so but yeah, I'm just hanging around and hanging out with people. So
And I
Yeah.
did
Alright.
I did drop Russ's link up earlier in the chat.
Yeah, go check him out. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll
Thanks,
see you
guys.
guys next week on Dad's channel. Right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.